Hi, my name is Jacob Prewitt. I am observing for pre-K, a- age 3, and I'm doing it over at Peppermint Fence over in Carthage, Texas. And the project I decided to make was known as Cloud Dough, which that's not a really good example, but there's a bag I made right here, and it's supposed to be a lot like Play-Doh. But whenever it came down to making it, it was a bit hard just because like the ingredients list makes it like it makes it a little gooier than it's supposed to be. So yeah. Anyways, so what I did like about the project, it is very simple to make, which means for future students, it is going to be easy to make. It won't literally take too long to make it. The only thing you would have to worry about is the consistency. What worked well was just how fast you can mix it together. Like the most it should take is like 5 minutes if you're disregarding the consistency. What does not work as well is the consistency, in all honesty. Um, it's like it either gets stuck between like a too firm state or a too liquidy state. So it's a little hard to get that right consistency where it's like able to be usable, I guess. A consistency where it's like gonna keep a kid's attention, I should say. So, would I try this activity again? Yes. I would just probably try a different ingredients list than what I used because all I used was the cornstarch and the lotion. Honestly, if I used a different one, it would probably work better. And honestly, I would still keep it with pre K 3-year-olds because I think they'll enjoy it because it will be, because not only does it like show kids something new that they can make at home, but even just like with the consistency, you can play around with that consistency and it shows them new things, which will lead to the next point. Um, I didn't get to try this with the kids this week, but what I would expect is that they would just try and like, if it was too liquidy, I would expect they would play around with it still and just watch it like go through their hands, kind of like they would definitely be handling it in a manner of like it's a slime, I guess. And then if it was too hard, I feel like that would still like mess with the clumps in a way and try and orchestrate it, I guess. Organize it would be the better word in a way where like they're still playable. Like the kids have ways of making this more useful than what us adults probably think. What surprised me about the project is the honestly, the ingredients list. I didn't think it was this simple to make and that it would just like honestly be this quick to make something just so y'all can get a good view. To make something that is this flexible and retain its own form. Albeit you leave it alone for a little bit, it'll go into a slumped state, but still. And then the only other thing I would like to share about the project is I think it's cool even if the consistency isn't right. Because like you can still, if it's too liquidy, that's still a state you can use it in. If it's too solid, it's still a state you can use it in. Heck, while you're making it, you can show them those states and it's still like something cool and new. Because then when you get it at the right consistency, they notice, oh, too much of something can make it into this, or too much of the other thing can make it into this. But if you get just right, it turns out kind of like a Play Doh state. So, anyways, there it is. And thank y'all.